Hello, hi, I am Nokss and I'm back with another messy voice note. Someone might be wondering, why do I call it messy voice notes? Simply because I'm not editing anything with with the kind of content that I'm doing. I'm not curated. I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from my personal opinion and just observation of things in life. So it's not scripted, it's straight from my heart and mind. Right. The topic for today is stop, not stop, but no happy ending. My topic for today is no happy ending. This is something that we all women must stop fantasizing about. Let's stop fantasizing about happy endings. Happy endings, I feel, is something that is for men. And I feel like happiness, joy, pleasure, sensuality, these are things that are almost daily to women because women have the power to create beautiful spaces, beautiful food. They add the soul to things that they love, to things that they appreciate. Women have wombs. Women can grow a child in her womb for 9 to 10 months, right? Excuse me. And this is something that in our society today is made to feel and be as it's just a by the way, right? What our attention is always drawn towards is wait your whole life to meet this man and you will be happy ever after. Wait your whole life to have children and you'll be happy ever after. Those are the two main things that women are directed at. That's where their attention is directed towards. Do I have a man? Do I have kids? Right? This is why when women are happy, have you noticed when you observe happy women maybe in the streets or maybe in public areas, in a restaurant, there's always this fascination, with women's happiness because it fills the room, it fills the earth. I always feel like, if it was only women in the earth would be so full of joy and love and power. And that's where women's power is. Now, when I say don't look for a happy ending, I'm saying enjoy your days today. Enjoy the period of time where you are alone in life. Enjoy living alone. Enjoy your space. Enjoy food that you eat without thinking about dieting and looking a certain way. Enjoy being a child. Do you watch how happy young girls are, how happy young boys are? Enjoy where you are as a woman. Stop growing up and programming yourself to always aspire to things that are always outside of who you are, outside of your talents, outside of your dreams, and outside of your purpose, outside of your passions, outside of things that you aspire to be, things you've never even had time to imagine. Give yourself that time to imagine things that are beyond what you are told to aspire to have, to be one day. Let romantic relationships and partnerships and children be a 1% of your life. Now, why do I say this? I say this to say women, women, eventually you will be disappointed. And you'll be disappointed in life, you'll be disappointed in friendships, and you'll be disappointed in romantic relationships. Do you know what I did to help me to change my mindset. I stopped watching romantic films. I stopped watching soapies. I stopped engaging in things that make you fawn after being in romantic relationships, after men especially. I don't have an issue with men as people. They are great as colleagues, they are great as just members of society. My issue starts when now you are boxed in and locked into a romantic relationship. This is where now you must start stripping away things that you wouldn't have to strip away when you are by yourself, when you are living a solo life. Now there's potential of you being pushed into female roles of taking care of a home. Just because someone said they love you, now you are cooking and cleaning. Just because someone said they love you, and now you are pushing human beings out of your vagina. Now you are in theater being cut open because someone said they love you. Right? Now you are breastfeeding by yourself. Now you are making doctor's appointments by yourself. Now you are cooking by yourself. This other person that loves you so much, most of the weekends they're out with their boys. They don't even talk to you. They'll say, I need to cool off. You don't get to cool off. Why? Because as a woman, it should be natural to you to want to stay home and stare at your baby in the eyes. All day, every day. It should be normal to you. It should be normal to you that you give birth and then you snap back. Why? Because childbirth is natural. So why aren't you snapping back? It should be natural to you to not have postpartum. It should be natural to you to understand excuse me, that men want a variety of women, even though he said you are his one and only. It should be natural to you when a stranger who's a man approaches you, you must smile and be grateful that, oh my goodness, a man is talking to me. Are we going to be Romeo and Juliet? Do you know what I mean? Excuse me. What does this social programming do? I remember also when I was single, I used to be harassed with, why am I single? Why am I living alone? And it really did get to me. Unfortunately, I always say I wish I had TikTok in 2021. I wish I was deep within the thick of TikTok in 2021. I would have made much, much better choices. I wish I didn't even listen to R&B music. I wish I didn't even watch all those Netflix series about love. You know, when I say stop looking for a happy ending, I'm trying to say stop daydreaming and think that there's this one guy who's going to get. I used to think there's going to be this one man that I'm going to click with. He's going to be my everything. He's going to finish my sentences. We are just going to get each other. And I dated, waiting to find this man until one day I was like, no, this is all BS. I was like, no, this is all BS. I've been fooling myself. That was 5 years ago. And that's when I stopped dating. You know, because there was a day where it clicked that no, this is not it. Something said so loudly to me, said, this is not it. And I was talking to myself, telling myself that this dating thing is just not worth it. It is not worth it at all, especially because I'm not getting to this happy ending. And it's only a five years later when I'm realizing, no, there is no happy ending, but there is a happy life. There is a peaceful life. There's a stress-free life. There's contentment. There's safety. As women, we don't realize how safer we are when we're single. We are safe from mental load. We are safe from emotional manipulation. We are safe from pressure and judgment. So those are the things that I feel are the trade-off. Stop listening to romantic talk. Stop hanging around friends. I used to get so annoyed with female friends who say, "Oh, we should do lunch." I'm always saying this example. A female friend who say, "Oh, we should do lunch." Do you know what the lunch is for? It's for us to sit and talk about a boyfriend that she's with at the time. Boring stuff. I even realized that, what, I even find talking about men so boring, because women further program or hypnotize themselves to just always aspire to find this man, always aspiring to look a certain way for men, And there's a difference with women who want to look good for themselves. I understand that. But there's this obsession. That's why we have the BBL movement now. There's this obsession with looking like what has been set as a standard. Small waist, big hips, big butt, cleavage, slim face. I understand women maybe who are dealing with their weight and all of that stuff. But there's this layer of pressure for women to look a certain way. And the funny thing is, men are not doing that, most of them. The men who are working out to look good are men who want to attract women who want good looking men, or it's men who are genuinely wanting to be healthy. Men know that women like things or people that look good, so they work out so that you can be confused and develop a crush over him with his six pack. I don't even like a man's six pack. I want to have a six pack. I want to see a six pack on my own stomach, not on a man. I couldn't care less. Men are wonderful people, but mine is to say to women, stop looking for a happy ending. I've given you tips today on how to decenter romantic relationships. I feel like if all of us women taught each other this, if all the women taught younger women to say, stop focusing on romantic love, love you, love yourself, and take pride in who you are and find out who you are and do things that you enjoy doing, that you love doing. There was a time where I would even go to a music concert by myself. I would go on trips by myself. That's how much time I've spent with myself. And guess what? Even after all those relationships, I'm still with myself because I am my own happy living. There's no end to my happiness because I chose myself. So that's all from me today. That's all for Nokss Talks. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to my messy voice note, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.